Today inside the hot seat, one can discuss about very important issue. One can talk about security. We get somebody right there, we'll talk about that. We'll also get somebody from the civil society, security as a whole, so many things that happen. Also, the good and bad of the cyberspace. We're seeing people who say, social media, different platforms, and the good and bad part of it. So we don't waste no time. Yourself can be part of it and share out this post. On the immediate right, we get a broader idea. Yes, I say hi to and good evening to viewers out there. But before that, let's just go to Mr. Gbani. There will be the talk to Mr. Will. We'll take a break a little bit and maybe come from the civil society point of view, how we see the security situation. We'll come back to Mr. Abdul, but we'll get just from the civil society point of view.
Well, we just like I talk, it look relative. We talk say we get relative peace, security in terms of what you would see.
Okay.
And because we want to analyze purely the security sector, you have to look at it from different dimensions.
All right.
Then you put it together, you're able to give at least a comprehensive analysis of the status of the security status in the country. And you see different parameters from the political angle, the economic and social side, the cultural side. A lot of things you put now together.
What's the relative? What do you mean? Because that time they look...
Well, relatively we are at peace for now as we move forward.
What's it going to determine as peace?
Well,
things are hard economically.
Yes, people. When you talk about relative peace, people they just results to we don't already results to fate that we accept.
All right.
But not to foresee. They willingly agree to what they happen right now, but they just we don't willingly accept to result to fate for say. Let's just.
What did I take before come to Mr. Abdul quickly? Sometimes, like I talk about faith, some people I can say we believe in the faith or religion so much that doing the practical problem, can be a problem. People can say, well, we left all things to God. What do I think about that? God now with security.
Why people they always say we left everything to God? Now because majority of the Sierra Leone not see sign or opportunities of where they go seek redress.
Okay.
So the best thing they go say is we left everything to God.
Is it about justice? We talk about redress?
Yeah, redress means about justice. We say they get consolation. We say they also get peace of mind and everything. If all that they know they are missing, the ultimate result, then they put it out to God.
Okay, we'll come back to you, Mr. Abdul. You talk about what now ONS then work, what now then role and then work.
Yeah, thank you very much, Brother Base. The Office of National Security, a post-conflict stabilization mission.
Okay.
Have been coming to being after the country in civil war. Before we go into the war, by the analysis of the experts then, and even in review today, with security system is largely loose. We mean say every security sector agency will they function in silos. Everybody be they do in your own bits, in your own way.
Okay.
Much to the extent that they don't make reference to each other.
All right.
In fact, there'll be more of a rivalry as to who that go make the mark against the other person. And the rivalry or the competition, I want will be somewhat negative because the net effect will be that everybody will try to satisfy the authorities. And so we want to different people in the report different things about that same thing there.
Okay.
Much to the extent that it reaches a stage, it becomes very difficult for the authorities to take, concrete action for resolve problems. We ordinarily will be resolved if they get the correct information.
Okay.
The way that maybe they happen, it also means if they duplicate resources and efforts because the same thing, same people they work on them and that kind of thing. So eventually, sadly, we go into war. During the period of the war, then this will actually be manifest itself because of the thing that we done they happened before. We come into the war situation now. Everybody want for satisfy the authorities.
Okay.
So we left them confused, much to the extent that it make the war becomes almost protracted. Very long. War will be supposed to not pursue in the first 1 or 2 years. They go to up to 11 years.
Yeah.
And it will become very more devastating because we will take a trend where it will almost appear like say it degenerate into something more dangerous than how it will even begin. Because initially it was a fight against the politicians, against the systems. But in no time, we begin now for the journey to the situation side now civilians and now people they begin for murder and almost we have for reach that kind ethnic kind of a war among tribes them. But thankfully we able to reach a stage where we end up the war in 2022.
Okay.
After the war, because of the lessons that we will learn, various lessons we will learn in the period before the war, during the war, and after the war, we authorities then, including international partners, may say, let we do reforms within the security sector.
Okay.
And one of such reforms, I forget, a security sector we're responsive to the challenges of modern security.
Yeah.
Before the war, security would be more of a kinetic kind of a security, where we call traditional security. Gun-toting officers protecting the state, protecting governments and people. But after 2002,
yeah.
now be the vogue now for saying, let we get to what we refer to as human security.
Okay.
Security holistic, and that became in security kind of a discourse now when they talk about welfare issues we get for do with people and well-being, the totality of the human being, because you go agree with me, say, not to fall, you don't know more in gap morning. Nobody no fire gun over you.
Yeah.
It means say you secure.
Okay.
It means say you sure of what you go eat, you sure of what you go get for sending people to go school. You want for get an atmosphere where you're not toxic in terms of the thing the way they do, whether you're a businessman, you're this and that kind of thing, for do what you for do without any fear or favor.
Okay.
And so now out of the lessons here, an act of parliament being born, the Office of National Security, they call the act of parliament the National Security and Central Intelligence Act,
Okay.
whether be in 2002. They recently repeal and replace them in 2023. So basically, with this reform, we will change the security landscape, the security structure of the salon. We now make the Office of National Security for serve as the secretariat for the National Security Council. Where we structure, we get the highest forum, then we get the lower forums and are the wrong. But all playing equally important parts to ensure say we get a holistic kind of a response or approach to the provision of security. So we get the National Security Council, we are the highest forum for the consideration of all matters relating to the security of Sierra Leone. The possibility they sit there as a chairperson, His Excellency the President. So he at the gold command, at the platinum level, deal with strategic issues, anything we get for do with a policy document in terms of clearance for operations and that kind of thing. They sit at that level. It meets quarterly, and or depending on the prevailing situation, then go determine how often or how slow it go meet. Then below that, we get other structures. We get the National Security Council Coordinating Group. That one then are the working body of the National Security Council. The National Security Coordinator, now the Office of National Security, we're ahead of that agency there.
Okay.
Then a
all right, okay. Now, when I work the secretariat, when I say the president or the boss and whatever, you know that, I mean, you get the organogram and whatever. On a job, get for do it, maybe see problems or things so they happen or foresee things they mean, advise maybe the president or order and say this is security implication?
Certainly. So the National Security Coordinator, the Office of National Security, then are the principal advisor to the government of Sierra Leone and the people of Sierra Leone on all matters we get for doing security and salon. So the Office of National Security also an early warning and early response institution. For, like you say, collect intelligence, collect information, do analysis of their intelligence and forward the responsible agency or actor that A, B, and C, they about to happen. And this you could do for resolve them. If you don't do this, then you get the tendency to happen and you get that kind implications here. So every year, we develop what you call national threat assessment. We use various parameters, various concepts for plots, say for example on social issues. What they happen within the activities of secret societies, how they are going to impact on national security, disaster issues. People think that we get for do demonstrations or riots. What thing will be the impact if it happens? What thing will be the impact and what will be the net effect on? So yes, we are an early warning and early response.
So you got with me before now. For the past 2-3 years, we don't see a lot of issues. Pademba Road issue. We don't see the Tumbo issue, the McKinney issue. So many other. We don't foresee and preventive measures them be there because we see they all come out and turn out for be bloodshed in some cases.
Yeah, so we don't follow. We work. We go agree, say, prior to the events a day, we get then kind discussions here for draw the public's attention. Now then kind build up here they happen, and you get the implication, you get the tendency for reach this stage.
Okay.
If something will be done for NIPA in the board.
All right.
For provide intelligence, for provide word in one aspect, for operationalize them in terms of nipping it in the board and some other thing. And most often than not, whilst we could not make all of the efforts collectively for engage the public on the need for legal functions within the provisions of the law, the best we can do now for tell them, say, this is wrong, what you want to do.
Okay.
And most high, worst case scenario, it happen, we respond for ensure, say, escalate beyond kind of a situation so going for manager. Then will be the situations that will lead into, sadly, the events of the jailbreak where you mentioned, the August 8, 9, and 10 event will lead to the loss of life. Even before all of the events ended, within our various platforms, various forums, for talk to people on the need for them to adhere to calls the people they make for come do illegal demonstrations or illegal gathering.
Okay.
Sadly, we all deal in different backgrounds.
All right.
Whilst we responsibility for give people the correct information, it also behoves them for adhere and follow due process.
All right.
Another sad development are the fact that sometimes in the we were in authority, we get a kind of leadership responsibilities. We know they help the situation. Whilst the mainstream media go to preach messages of peace, messages of hope, advising people on the need for legal functions within the provisions of the law. Some other people they come make deliberate efforts for put spanners into all of the fighting the owner they tell people and much to the extent that it can stand for trick people we're unsuspecting. Way for them, if now it don't come out from DJ Base, it don't come out from Mr. Will, now gospel truth. So that make we will get the opportunity of education, we get the benefit of education, we get the benefit where people engage for being in leadership. We know for talk from two different sides of the mouth. Because if we do so, we put the people into harm's way. Now that will lead to the situation. Remember, I say calls over the period for attack on Tumbo and all of what will happen. So it been kind of for this.
So you're not getting mechanisms for disrupt the information and then say it's false so that people don't say and believe on our own information and allow maybe social media or other platforms able.
What we go concede to now that the fact that the salon somewhat polarized.
Okay.
That for some people, as long as this thing don't come out from this part, no matter what you talk na the other side, whether na the truth, and whether you believe that the lie, you go hold on to in line, and even go to the extent for execute then directives and when somebody they get. Imagine na Tombo, I want to make as an example.
Yeah.
Now we officers have been died, somebody been died, but it appear now like say na be civil, military officers and go kill people or soldier, policeman and go kill. Now we officers have been actually died.
Okay.
Now being government property, the hospital are in and burned, the police station are in and destroyed, and several other properties don't belong to. And what will lead to that one day? COVID-19 measures now be one way all countries of the whole world. Whether in Europe, America, or countries in Africa, they put measures in place for ensure they contain that dangerous epidemic we be confronted with.
Yeah.
One of those, for ensure we reduce the kind of a congestion where they happen now WAFs. Tombo not to be exception.
Yeah.
We put their measures and they get engagement to the relevant authorities and we just do them from Freetown. All of the authorities, for example, the council now Watalo, the Western Area District, they be fully involved and they take all of their decisions here.
Okay.
And it's measures. And people in camp say, hey, they want for doing this and that kind of thing. They don't stop people, they don't vote, they don't go do the fishing activities and so on and so forth. At the end of the day, because of their misinformation and they irate youth and go and execute some directives, we see the implications or the repercussions of that kind of thing.
Earlier when you mentioned something very important about the need for the ONS because of the civil war, but then goes and all that kind of stuff. And one of the things that I think maybe Mr. Gbanigo gave a talk about where no say gets more interest gave to do with the recommendations inside the TRC. The ONS gets any power for pushing that because say what you made, like what you mentioned, people, you go meet people that will tell you, say most of the problems will be they happen when we bring the war. The signs are there. Unemployment, lawlessness, political, whatever, and all that kind of stuff, fighting, this, and the worst part of it in social media, we get the tendency for create a lot of problems. So what do you take? Because recently I've been getting Andrew Avalia from IGRO say, when they do rating, the police drop, 18 or 20%, and also the judiciary. And if you look a country, make you always say the judiciary and the police, if they're neutral and take the lead, probably not go there again. I mentioned it because the police rating dropped, the judiciary dropped, and the TRC about most of the things that caused the war are surfacing now. What do you think about that?
All I can say now that as a people, as a country, we therefore remain true to the cause, because the responsibility for provide or enforce law will not rest only in the hands of the police or even the judiciary.
Okay.
We all get to a role for play collectively. So whilst we push for let the correct thing happen, it's also important for every other player, every other actor within the structure for playing your own role. So we realize that people can get concerns over issues relating to law enforcement, over issues relating to justice.
Because it's end there.
Yeah, so
political activity and problems in the courts. Faiths in the courts. This is not the courts.
So that is the reason they make this analogy, now the fact that some thinking just the end part now they go appear like say now like what they say would I hit pieces now
would I go ace up
now would I go ace up or would I get a responsibility now for taking certain actions. So it's a chain altogether. La draw an example. For example, on issues relating to fighting organized criminality.
Okay.
Let we say human trafficking or that kind of thing. Several times, people will come willingly on their own and can report to the agency responsible for COP that one day, the Transnational Organized Crime Unit. They will come say they don't traffic me, picking go and so and that kind of thing, and this person do so. Now you're cool, and take money now we and so on and so forth. Maybe the police will go as far as arresting the person, bring come into the custody, and do investigations. The same person will be carry reports. We get now a responsibility for follow-up, for provide witness, for give testimony as to what happened. Then we'll go back on the background, arrange them as a family, and then not surface again.
Okay.
If they're not doing at the police level, then they go down at the court level. So the courts now will be constrained where you reach now for get evidence, for pursue certain matters. This is the case where they happen on several occasions. For pursue certain matters, if you do not see anybody for come, you don't will continue for hold the person incommunicado. You don't will continue for hold them all of the time. If the evidence not there, the natural thing for do for discharge the person. So when then thing really happen, they appear like say, hey, the court no they do this, the police no they do this, and that kind of thing. We consider there are challenges. There are challenges, but if we all play with
challenges them.
Several challenges, including funding, including even the facilities, like for example, detention facilities. If you get a large number of people in for getting a police custody, let us say Toku, a big thing, you know, go for whole more than certain number of people.
Exactly.
If you get people who don't commit the offense, the thing for do, the right thing for do, for sure say you expedite. So taking in the process of doing that kind of a summary investigation, the ministers on several other things. So the TRC recommendations are one way fine, and it's important that we all follow up on them. Like you rightly say, think them way they lead to agitations regarding youth unemployment, young people where they into all kinds of things, drugs. They get the tendency for derail all of the gains that we don't make over.
Exactly.
But even the aspect of unemployment, we same one where they cry say the country don't they employ people, government don't they employ people, without wanting to be a mouthpiece. There are the same people we were saying all kind of bad things about Sierra Leone. Much to the extent the deter investment. And when you deter investment, it means say they also prevent people from getting the jobs they require.
Okay. All right, Mr. Bani, you don't listen to me and Mr. Will. Wouldn't I take on some of the issues and you don't? I mean, I mentioned about the TRC, what they see, most of the problems that we don't happen, they come back, politicians, them, in terms of, I mean, so many problems, them. What do you take from a civil society perspective?
Well, from the civil society perspective, focusing probably on the TRC, as a nation, as a country, I don't think we don't really prepare for stand to the time as we see. Because what's at the benchmarks and the parameters that will lead to the war, what the TRC documents, and post-TRC, and to date as we talk, will they see them, will they experience them, the same. So which means we not learn from the war.
Okay.
And probably the war not to be the solution to the problem in the country. So
because if not solve.
Yeah, so that make we not learn any lesson, because all what we realize what will be happening
11 years of civil war,
11 years of war, it not change it not change. Now the same thing they happen.
Okay.
So probably what we look at now, how do we translate we own intentions and thoughts? We go make the country look better.
Bani been there on, but quickly let's just highlight some few things that we'll see they happen now. Lawlessness, like I mentioned. Or on the saddest part of it now, the coming of social media now, not been there during the war. In a way, we don't see people in the use them for different kind of social media. But let's talk about lawlessness. And again, let's talk about what you take about from civil society. Recently, we've been seeing the toll gate society, we've been go parliament, all of a sudden come back, people may think say the price go down, the price coming, naturally gets affecting so many things that they explain here about outside. Maybe you get 10 fuel barrels away, maybe they go up line. So say they pay for 400,000 from each toll gate. Now it's about, let's say 200 don't go on top as the case maybe 600 extra, back and forth, 3 gates, 3 times 6 is, let's say, 12. You look down there, let's say, plus 10 Bowser, and almost like 12 million down there. Which affect the things down there? Because another problem we don't see they happen. Before now, we don't hear the PRA boss say, I mean, fuel no go short and all that kind of stuff. You go good, me say, fuel now one big thing we don't cause a lot of problems in different part of the world. We need wish for it to happen there. But I mean, scarcity, the increase, and a lot of people speculate say maybe the price won't go up. We also get electricity problem away. What do you think about all these issues? We can bring some videos, say young people in Kenema, then stand bike riders them, then say if they don't get fuel, nobody need move around. Nobody stand to get security implications. What do you think about lawlessness and most of the economic things where they go up and all that kind of stuff? What do you think about that?
I think when the current president, when they take over of, I think, 2018, a lot of issues that they in campaign.
Okay. Sorry for interrupting you. I go and let the producer just bring them videos and they way some young people in Kenema and Kono, they talk about fuel, block the road and all that kind of stuff. So let's watch that video, they quick will come to you back.
Whereas you see the city of Kenema, opposite plaza, you see the bike man and they don't block the road, of course. They try for trouble, they go for the fear crisis in the country. So of course, it's very unfortunate what you see some of the brothers and they really suffer, they scramble, they struggle seriously in this part of the country, Sierra Leone. Because you see a lot of bike riders opposite the plaza, Kenema City Plaza. Yeah, they don't block the road. Presently, they say no vehicle not for pass. No vehicle only pass right now. They don't block this area. They say because of the fair crisis, it's very difficult for them and very unfortunate for them. So now this are the report presently I get inside Kenema City. As today, the 24th May 2024, I reported this afternoon here.
This is a Konoso. Maybe demonstration, I ended up all the bike man don't park, they say fear, no, they don't sell fear, they give a fear, nobody no pass, no much no pass, not no the pass. And they pass so. They said they fed, but nobody no for do no business now today. Yes. Nobody no for do no business. All man they part demonstration right now. Maybe demonstration, I ended Konoso. And the answer. So they happen right now in Kono. Right now in Kono. All my dads disarray.
All right, Mr. Gbani, your take. And some of the things are like natural demonstration. Maybe somebody no go organize it because of the scarcity. Bike man and car, nobody may pass, nobody may go. Even the some other people will maybe go and open a business. And maybe the good and bad side of it. We all be hearing about the DDR. We all be no say. In fact, sometimes some people say, then bike rider and I mean like DDR people and all that kind of stuff. So they could talk about the TRC signs of all that kind of stuff. You take about the video.
The whole thing, I make a talk say we need for change with orientation, with mentality, with perception.
Okay.
You see, in terms of demonstration, while I get the right for demonstrate, or that just makes it, when I get the right for swing this me and so, I get the responsibility while they swing this me, I might not slap you.
Okay.
Because if I slap you, I don't enjoy me right for swing, I don't violate your right. Now the essence of a demonstration. And when they demonstrate, you get two things away, where they make, they call say this like demonstration.
Okay.
When you demonstrate, they demonstrate for a particular issue where you think say you get interest in.
All right.
And the way you conduct the demonstration, then go make somebody will not even get interest, but the way you push the issue, they make elect enjoying.
Okay.
So they go either join you or they go about the normal business.
Okay.
And so anytime they do demonstration where you affect the rights of other people, then they make them peaceful. Because it don't infringe onto the right of others. Now the essence and they will make where the Public Order Act they suggest say when we want to do a peaceful procession, you notify the police, although then they take and now say they ask for permission, not for permission.
Okay.
You notify them and give them the route where they use for the procession. So that while are they enjoying the right for procession, the police now then they control vehicular traffic. And either then divert or then control how people then for pass, so that where would they go to your own procession will not they affect other people, either way they come or go about their own normal business. That the essence and the way they inform police. And so me get the right for enjoy me procession, other people they get the right for go about their own normal business. They're quoting on a display, they have the right for demonstrate, but they don't get any right for block anybody say and not forget about your normal business because they don't get fear. That's a gross violation of the rights of other people. It's not appropriate, it's not good at all. But that will take me to the essence of why I begin laying premises of this current president. When it starts in campaign, and until the time we take over, we take office, and until date, it been get three key things that we campaign on. One, indiscipline. Two, lawlessness. Three, corruption. But they see lawlessness, indiscipline, corruption to the highest office, even at the office of the presidency. By conduct, by utterances, by behavior, you see lawlessness, because if a minister misbehave, the minister they represent the president. Then a lawlessness in the office of the president. If a minister corrupts, the minister they represent the president. Then a corruption at the office of the president. If the minister go do anything where amount to indiscipline, now the office of the president don't be indiscipline. So if the president, with heads of state and this current president, it be really get meaning, and you want to put meaning in words there, I think it get all opportunity even before in time they don't for change the dynamics.
So you able to do that up to now the talks, because you mentioned all in
they only happen now, and all they don't create. Don't lay the foundation of where we are. Because if they do lawlessness, lawlessness they affect you. So they become aggrieved. And when you become aggrieved, they become desperate. And when somebody is desperate, you don't see desperation about somebody, they try to do any other thing. And then they lead you to this situation.
So Mr. Will, you don't watch them videos, and I can say those are like natural demonstration where they can't wait sometimes political kind inside, and that's the problem they be now. Maintaining order and all, and a lot of talk where they go on social media also maybe, then they go up and like then Kenema, Bo or other side, but now on the other side, maybe like McKinney, you go see police and don't go there and all that kind of stuff. What do you think about the video and what you'll say?
So demonstrations can be spontaneous. We mean say some events can just spark off.
Exactly.
And
like
they lead to that kind of thing, they fear scarcity or shortage, as the case may be. Well, in the video also you see a display of things that really also infringe. My brother don't mention
block the road
on the rights of other people. Let me first distinguish between a demonstration from riots. Demonstrations, now when you actually get a cause, you have to push through that cause there, for give opportunity to the people and whether the stakeholders will get responsibility for take positive action for resolve that you concern there. And most often that one day they yield dividend. Most often are people who are genuine about them. When they come out, show their face and actually engage the authorities. Well, I'll further touch on the Public Order Act. We talked about the rights to demonstration. Section 17 specifically Section 17, subsections 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
In law, you know, they interpret provisions in isolation with the other one, especially if they point at the same thing.
Which do you mean?
We mean,
in the layman context.
In the layman's context, if we get 3 points in on a particular provision, where they try for solve certain issue, you know, they just talk one,
you left the other
and
one.
left the other two.
The
people who they make the laws, not to do in pastime or leisure. Then they go because they are bad and they enjoy. And they say, no, pass this lawyer. No, people have to follow. They can be serious about them. Then we don't study a lot for able to reach that conclusion. They say, no, put A, B, and C for regulate certain conducts. Because at that one day society need for be progressive. No society, I mean, now the whole world, no, they develop in chaos. Society lawlessness and the discipline it permeates. The problems could be always at that society day. So section 17 states say, if you want to go into demonstrations, notify the Inspector General of Police. In that law, they say the Commissioner of Police in writing. They not only stop there, they say also sit with the Inspector General of Police and discuss on the mechanics of that thing that we want to go into. And also allow the Inspector General of Police, after that discussion, for rights, then authorize you for go into that demonstration. And they look at several considerations. One of them, now in the defense of the public, of the state, for the safety of the citizens, for morality. And one other one, where states say, if you don't meet all of the requirements there, the police will now say, yes, we don't agree. We will police your activity. Because don't forget, say, the police get boku thing in a table for address. Yes, demonstrations or policing demonstrations of protests are one of them. But if you don't notify them, you don't sit down with them, then it means you stretch them from their own normal work. For go begin do things or commit resources into that kind of thing. And besides, if you do spontaneous demonstrations, you obstruct other people in rights. Most
what you see at the video?
What you see at the video, corner or wherever. Most often, the calls that people they make na social media, and then calls them they now one way clearly a definition of riotous conduct. That tomorrow, next tomorrow, like it happen now, like it will happen in the periods leading to August 8, 9, and 10, to even the situation where people are emboldened for take up arms against the state, leading to the November 26th failed coup attempts. Now be misinformation of the highest order, where people are absorbed, and sadly, some unsuspecting members of the society and take action and execute them directives where people are maybe give them. So we want for state say, Salon, we not short of laws, and we're not there against issues of demonstration. Well, given the history of demonstrations as Salon, it means say, if you allow every Jack and Jill for can jump onto the street, you actually say, and they unleash mayhem on the people, and they unleash mayhem on market people. Because then people are waking make them calls for demonstration. And they say, for example, tomorrow or next tomorrow, when they can't do A, B, and C, na PZ. Anybody who they sell na PZ, they for lucky shop. For most people in a salon, now we sell for the day, even for feeding family that day. If you don't sell it means that family will for starve for that day. So for some people, they just want to go about their normal business. But sadly, and very sadly so, some of our brothers and sisters in country, forgetting say, every mortal man, the natural law now that you get for take responsibility of your actions. If somebody they abroad, it is spoil you for go do things and way against the law. That abroad the way it is, you know very well. It get laws, it follow that laws and they even that audio way it go generate, it go inside house, it lock itself. Because sometimes say if you holler now some parts abroad, if you holler and disrupt the neighborhood, then they call police for you and they will can't arrest you if you don't stop. Sometimes they warn you must stop, you don't stop. The Public Order Act, Section 12, also states say if you do things spontaneously, you therefore be very lucky for letting it not go out of hands. If you don't go out of hands and they hold you, they can prosecute you, charge you to court, and if they find you guilty, you can go to jail. Section 5, Section 12, I just make them quotations here for let people and look at them. Like I say, the reason for the enactment of their laws and they now for regulate the conduct of societies, now for regulate the conduct of human beings. Otherwise, we'll get a chaotic society. Also, issues relating to the permeating aspect of lawlessness and indiscipline. I mean, we all deny Wakutende, where police take action. do sweeping arrest. People will actually engage in lawlessness and discipline. The same people will say, hey, police, they take action. They say, then they trample upon the rights of people. They get the right for talk this, and get the right for do this kind of thing. Even when their rights and they trample upon the rights of other people. So it become social concerns, it become political, it become this and that kind of thing. So it makes them difficult.
Okay. Because
it seems like we're in a catch-22 situation. You take action, you are brought in for condemnation. You don't take action, you are in for bashing. So now that make with the talk say, we always emphasize say, the moment we all become honest to what we do, how we do them, the better for we. Because if police take action, let us say, for example, even at the homes, your neighbor in Pikini misbehave, you try for caution them, and that parents they come and bash you because they do that caution, then lawlessness they begin right from there.
Okay.
But if my neighbor in Pikini misbehave, I actually take action on behalf of my neighbor. When he come, he actually see the reasoning behind me taking that kind of action and support me. That Pikini, he think twice.
Well, again,
next time
Mr. Wilson, of the cases, then if you're not correct, and also I make a mention earlier on, say the police and the judiciary get a part for play. If lawlessness don't do now, you can't go on the street, the police they for make sure say they handle it.
Sure.
And handling it sometimes the problem people can even get with demonstration is how the police they handle it. The manner in which we know they see in other part of the world they see what the cannons, I mean, we see rubber bullets, they see hot water and all that kind of stuff. In William situation, most of the time we get the police spokesperson here, we talk about using live bullets in some cases. So I don't know what you take up, Mr. Barney, quickly, using human right person.
In fact, my brother, I like the way he come in. I just want to see a situation where the Sierra Leone police, since after independence, will present data to we that they don't sit together with somebody who don't write, say, one, do demonstration, then grant that person or that group.
It never happen to you.
It never happen.
Okay.
We not see that. All watching police they say, we know they allow you because this action will cause, it will undermine the security of the state. But they never present any data, say, we don't police this demonstration.
Okay.
Now, so it happened.
All right.
They don't present that data there to we. We don't reach out. We never see that kind of information. Now the police. I get my uncle there, my late brother, I get brother, all the work at the police.
Okay.
I work with the police. I don't do a number of training with the police. I don't see nothing. There is no data. All what they see, police, they give permission when you write. And anybody they go out there for go seek permission, and they seek permission because the state where they under to where it's subjected to, if they do something not correct. Now you want go try for make the address. And they don't agree. But if I go right now, say I want to go demonstrate for demonstrate for President Bio,
the government,
in government for what you don't do. Now, there's no discussion with the police.
You get the permission.
We now get the permission.
Okay.
But as long as
is it because sometimes it can be political or again an opposition?
No. Forget if you go demonstrate right now for the right to respectable living, that is not political. Everybody do the work. Now magic people in the survival in this country.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with politics.
Okay.
But because it gets a direct impact on state of affairs of the government to the empower, the police, even without consultation, even without directive, it will say, no, this is what they do. It gets security of the state, it this and that, they don't grant you.
Yeah.
We don't see that they timeless without numbers.
Okay.
All what they see is SLP in power now, anybody who see go out and demonstrate in favor of the government.
Okay.
When ABC made now the same thing. And police never present a data as to the effect or the impact of anybody who don't give the right say that they produce police therefore police then demonstration.
Okay.
That don't happen. The other side of the thing is that I graduate talk back say people embark the rights, they talk say the rights of police they violate. Hey, when police do good, they would talk.
You're right.
Even though you get the rights for address the issue on for do public order management, but the way they communicate your public order management go talk say you wrong. And so even in their conduct in managing public disorder,
yeah,
we go carry down, say that foul. That is not correct.
Okay.
And I don't think so we should remain silent. Police get a resounding role for playing in this country.
You're right.
They know in the outside crime they happen, but now today they go. So whether police bad or good, police still supposed for day. But the issue is that when something go wrong, we need to raise their voice.
Right.
And one thing we don't see, when they always talk, and many times I repeat it, we not see what they refer to as democratic policing in Sierra Leone, other than regime policing.
Okay.
When the police did this current government to the SLPP. Now, if we not for you call say Sierra Leone police, for just say Sierra Leone People's Party police.
Where APC back?
Where APC come, APC Party police, and they justify.
So anyone can engage the police?
Yes, the current this SLPP, where they made in opposition, like Lawrence Liba, it been get all type of adjectives what they use for describe the Sierra Leone police.
The same police.
This same institution.
Correct.
The only thing what they change, now the IG.
Yeah.
Or then transfer some AIG or whatever. Now the head they change, but the same institution still remain the same. They condemn them. The opposition party now when APC, when they be in power, the Sierra Leone police are the best institution.
You're right.
Now when they come under power, that institution they say that the best. They say that the worst police.
You're right.
That one be in opposition. That institution be talking that the worst, or in fact, they're unprofessional. Now then they talk now say these are professional force.
Right.
What they want to tell we, what you really missing, what we don't know, and what we sabi.
Okay.
What they want fool we. But yet then they use the police against the citizens. So what the police they do now, they do now for protect the state.
Okay.
Other than the citizen.
All right.
So let me go to talk say we'll not get democratic police. Now regime police will get that this country.
And
the country for happen.
You know things are the same, then look at the judiciary also. The same judiciary will be doing in APC, where some people can now, even when the issue be there about the elections and so on are going to court, say no, we don't believe the judiciary.
Well, now that I talk say, now the same thing, because imagine if the former president and the constitution, they make it very clear that the procedure they use for remove president from office, now the same procedure they use for remove the vice president from office.
Yeah.
I not say anything that the constitution will talk say, is the sack vice president.
You're right.
Now impeachment, you go through the whatsoever. But when the former president may sack the vice president, the judiciary, the police, then go out they say the president may get the right.
Correct.
At that time, the judiciary, it not no problem.
Yeah.
And that's when the opposition, whether the SLPP, they cry down the judiciary. Oh, the judiciary is not independent, wrong. Now they're in power. Now election business come, they say they don't rely on the judiciary.
You're right.
Who said they for go?
Okay.
So what thing they do is they also even expose those state institutions to public ridicule. And for me, even the public don't cooperate. Now some of them say they make even some civilians they don't even cooperate with the police for address criminal issues or some other state issues. The way things say we support the police. Right. Now they say they make it even some people even they cooperate also with the judiciary. They don't talk about something they make when they go and say they go to that person not go again. They not even appear. The witness don't go appear. These are all some of the pointers we make. The political parties they don't use these two major state institutions. When all form part of the criminal justice system, the judiciary and the police, they form all part of that criminal justice system. And when you not get redress from the executive, you don't see protection there. You don't get them from the legislative. The only side where you get seek redress, where the things say they for protect you, not the judiciary.
Okay.
So if the country not get no out of the arms of government, the legislative, the judiciary, and the executive, you not get no side where they protect you for get redress. In the country, that's not about peace.
All right.
That's not about security of the state. Because people will resort to jungle justice.
You're right.
Now, I mean, also, when they decide to the car, they talk, when they talk, we left a case to God.
Yeah.
Because you go to the legislative, when they talk, say, I appreciate where you carefully use the word, say, the laws they make, not to possibly in the comfort zone, the just whatever they make after. For God's sake, the Public Order Act, now an act where let Albert Magai during the SLP way beyond institute a one-party state for control people. Let nobody know what he said. Now a repressive law. I know they go seek police permission, or I know they seek police clearance for go register and vote you as a government.
Yeah.
But when one demonstrates against you and need for go ask for what is that? That's unfair.
Okay.
Now, my civic liberty, as I know they go demonstrate against Liberia because I know they're under Liberia. But because they're under Sierra Leone government and the government don't do something I don't feel happy with, I get all my rights for go enjoy my civic liberty for demonstrate against the government so that it will respond peacefully.
Yeah.
And tell me I will correct ABCD.
That's very good, Mr. Wheeler. Maybe if you could like for add from down, I just want to connect the stuff that the tripartite thing we don't hear about, and this comes from like how we did talk. I've been get CDI at Tunisia the other time when we talk about if we not get problem with the election, we not go to court. Say no, well, we not go to well. It seems as if there's doubts in the judiciary. So this tripartite thing, we a lot of people they look, we don't see on social media the good and bad side. Whether they say there will be a rerun. I mean, ECOWAS Gokaya or ECOMOG Gokaya for can hand over power after the rerun for can protect. In some cases, we also hear we say the demonstration what they hear about maybe that makes sense. Some members of the ECOWAS people don't come. Some man say, well, not training and come on there. Some man say the academy. Some man say ECOMOG for deploy now. Which don't let it go. Is it connected with the tripartite thing, and or is it the deployment we talk about now the old Lunge airport, or because of all the rumors that we don't hear? Is it true make them the car, or wouldn't that the reason for them coming here?
Thank you, Base. Let us first comment on a few issues.
Yeah.
All of what we go analyze. You know the picture we present?
No.
That's it difficult for wield the baton. When you hold the baton, a very difficult thing for executor. Naturally, when somebody suffer from injustice and they get justice, he happy with the judiciary.
Mm-hmm.
When he don't perpetrate an offense and they bring justice against them, the judiciary is not doing anything.
Okay.
In the midst of all of the hues and cries, nobody not go tell me say cases already happen. People already done wrong, don't get justice.
Okay.
They happy, they want the way do
Don't get
wrong,
justice.
don't get justice. They incarcerate them as a case will be.
All right.
It's a difficult thing altogether. All of the scenario we present. And what he also tell you, say, some thinking day, na perception issues, na misconception. Because if you been there try to yonder, you say, you know good, we don't care now. Now you understand exactly what they possibly do.
Okay.
It tells you that some sort of neutrality, it not go be fine. It not go be 100% okay.
Okay.
Now the challenge is key always all of the time. Now we ability for able to appreciate what people they do or make conscious efforts for understand what they do, how they do, and why they do them.
Okay.
It go a long way for able for really now say, oh no, this I've been getting wrong because I not be really come near and not be they understand what people and they say or what they do. And that kind of thing. So coming to the various things that we don't raise.
Yeah.
Relating to tripartite, relating to the coming of ECOWAS and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
As a sector, the leadership don't commit themselves for give public the information where they get right for no,
Okay.
and where they need for no.
All right.
Because in this era of the misuse of social media, it was important that people are kept abreast with happenings within the country.
Exactly.
So now that make the security sector leadership constitutes a communications team within the security sector, women are a member of. For ensure say, team we get the tendency for create doubt in members of the public. We come and explain them as how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
We as a sector, the reason for our existence are for provide a conducive environment. So say everybody within a salon, whether not Sierra Leone or not Sierra Leone, they go about in business without let or hindrance.
Okay.
And so we don't get any reason for embellish the truth. If not true self, we begin for make it bigger than how it actually be. Which will tell people that we could call us strategic communication issues where the public then get right for no.
All right.
And in this particular discourse in relating to the coming of an ECOWAS mission as alone, we get three categories of people.
Okay.
One of them, now people who they seek genuine information because they want to make their own independent analysis for determining the reasoning for the coming of an ECOWAS mission as alone.
Yeah.
Some other people in there, they don't get any information whatsoever. They don't make any efforts for seek for information.
Yeah.
And yet they take upon themselves the onus for misinformed members of the public.
Okay.
They will get other one them where the reality, now that they ought for know, or they actually know the reality, but then they go and misinform members of the public. Each of them categories get their own different intentions for behaving that kind way. After I don't state this, I want to give a background onto the decision we lead for less salon, they forget the deployment of an eco missile troop na salon.
Okay.
We can remember say in 10 years, 5 years down the line, West Africa don't be overwhelmed with several other things.
Okay.
issues relating to terrorism,
All right.
issues relating to frequency of coup d'etats,
Okay.
issues relating to violent demonstrations.
Okay.
I call them violent demonstrations because even though by law, by rights, people they right for go into demonstrations. And Salon is recognized by we ground norm the constitution.
Yeah.
The rights to various things, whether the freedom of expression, assembly, association, and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Section part 3, I mean chapter 3
3, yeah.
of section 16 on to 27 of the constitution. It recognizes various rights of the person as alone.
Yeah.
But none of their rights, and they say your rights are limitless. Each right to go with corresponding responsibilities.
You're right.
Now the same thing in the Public Order Act they talk. But we only they focus on the right and forget about the corresponding responsibility.
Okay.
So because of the happenings here, permeating terrorism, violent demonstrations
In other parts?
in several parts of Africa,
Okay.
inclusive Sierra Leone.
All right. Okay.
Because Salon don't be affected by all of them, but most of them. Issues of terrorism, because we belong to the global village, the wider Africa, if it happen in Nigeria, then we will be concerned.
Okay.
Frequency of coup d'etats, either attempted or actual coup d'etats. Salon don't suffer from this in the past couple of years. Issues of violent demonstrations. Or general insecurity or instability where they disrupt the normal functioning of societies. The ECOWAS heads of authorities, they will meet in Abuja and discuss the issues extensively. Then zoom in on Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
For states say Salon a country where you don't go to a very brutal civil conflict. And a one when a very serious member of the economic community of West African states. A country where we don't invest a lot of resources on human, material, or what have you, time and everything.
Okay.
After the war, Salon and Liberia, now the two few countries within the West African sub-region, within the world self, we don't go through war and now don't develop the potential, say, the chances for letting relapse into another bout of war are difficult because of the structures that will be put in place, particularly in Sierra Leone.
All right.
So, the ECOWAS heads of authorities, they say it will be foolhardy on William part. For sit idly by, after all of them be lopia, will happen. Attempts for overthrow government, not only the November 26, violent demonstrations, indiscipline, lawlessness all over the place, misuse of social media, and all of them, all things and they put into one basket. Say no. If we see them, we allow this to happen, we will go for blame ourselves because we will go for react back to Sierra Leone. So this one, now we get a preventive, proactive measure. They call them preventive diplomacy, so that we will support the people and government of Sierra Leone through the security sector for stabilized peace.
So now the council recently what is on social media?
No. Fine. So quite recently, last week specifically, a group of Nigerian students, Nigerian military officers, well, other officers have been joining them from either Mali, Burkina Faso, I mean, Benin, yes, the sub-region. Then they study now the Nigerian Defense Academy, now Jaji, Kaduna State, now Nigeria. They want and they are the 46th course of that cohort day. Because of the inroads we don't make us alone. After, at the close of the training, at the close of the studies, then they choose certain countries where they go get lessons,
like
for go learn lessons, intern, for understand what you be to do, we make this happen, what you know they do, and that kind of thing. So that team they been come with most of them professors. They fly in, come to the country, engage various government ministries, departments, and agencies, including the Office of National Security, hosted by the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces.
So not a part of the ECOWAS.
Not a part of the ECOWAS. So even before that one day, I follow that the director for defense information we put out a press release for inform the public about this happening. We go on radio, we go on TV, we talk on various platforms, social media. But still, when they come, if people who have for just spread mischief, one of the images now from the Office of National Security, where we see so troops, foreign troops, Nigerians say ECOWAS don't already deploy us. We get some other officers there, maybe of course that Lunge they drop. They say they don't deploy Lunge and that kind of thing. So what we have for top, we not get Echo missile deployed yet. But indeed, it's a decision that has been reached to a communique will be signed in the meeting where the heads of authorities of ECOWAS being held in Abuja, Nigeria, on the 4th of December for say, let we deploy in a salon so that we go prevent anybody law will not give anybody chance for can overthrow government.
So, brother, will people could ask, why not deploy the other countries that way this could not happen?
Yes, it don't happen. Already, Yanda, you don't get for due deployment, you get for get engagement for see how you go correct the situation.
Right.
You got that in a reaction now.
Okay.
So for let you don't react to Salon, Leka, it don't happen now. Other countries, include one of neighboring countries, that means say, no, law will not allow Salon relapse. So that they don't be, ECOWAS don't be beaten on several occasions. they don't become shy now and say, no, now we do certain action.
So how do you think people go to look real military and police in terms of maintaining security?
Very good.
And bring other people out?
Very good. In the first place, now we understand, say, this kind of support, who don't seek or who don't get from ECOWAS, who they can get from ECOWAS, not to Salon no more are the only country who don't get that kind of support.
Okay.
And Salon also, they provide similar support to other countries.
All right.
We are two contributing nation. We send with police officers them now various missions, whether na stabilization or peacekeeping support missions, na AU, ECOWAS, or even the United Nations.
All right.
So if they provide that kind of thing, it don't mean say then country they will how they go. Now because of the problems them or because of the incapacity of the military and that kind. They say the more the merrier. Because if in all of the efforts what we don't make, in all of the challenges we don't confront with, we're still able to manage.
Right.
That make we'll be able for thoughts that attempt for overthrow government on the 26th of November. So not because the military incompetent, not because they don't get capacity. They just say if you don't make efforts, now we add to that effort so that we will complement.
Mr. Bani, let's say for add to
law just me I left for put things in practical terms. This that mission way for calm. Law just take the job and get the war.
Okay.
Now support the military. Even when the UN mission come, then they support. That don't say me say we military don't dash out.
Well, at that time there was a problem because the problem is say we do not believe we are military again. So then get for bring on a military because we are military. We don't go join the RAF.
No, not to the entire military. Now few of the military. So if we talk or say the military, which means like which means if in fact they're not for even able. They're gonna be the military.
Yeah, we not say
not for even able.
Yeah.
Now be just few. So now just that one there one for add. Then the other thing where I think I need for add. Now now the communication what they use, the means at which would they relate to the community.
Okay.
Where people will get the highest rate of illiteracy.
All right.
But let I tell you, that illiteracy day, it doesn't say people are illiterate.
Okay.
If you go and then village there now, before you greet that man, that lady or that youth man food, greedy and data.
Okay.
Or before you greedy and data, it affects you.
It's on the phone.
Because now that village now they're so fast for share information now social media.
You're right.
Because of their data.
Okay.
So that make if you not be careful of how they communicate. The political parties, and I will be very blunt with SLP and APC.
Yeah.
If they not be careful and manage the groups that they send, them bloggers, they want to go on social media for manage the crisis.
Correct.
It's not to know what they affect. It even affect them. What they even aspire for govern this country. Because when you go today in chaos, you cannot govern.
True.
Then the last thing I want to talk on, you talk about this tripartite.
Exactly.
For God's sake, you know, the opposition, they fail for communicate appropriate information.
Yeah.
There is no institution, no day in the world, where they can't tell Sierra Leone now say, conduct election tomorrow.
All right.
The only state institution, where they in Salonia, where for tell President Bio say, no, step down, instruct ECSS, say, conduct first election, now Supreme Court.
Okay.
Now the only state institution that we get the right for talk say, annul the 2023 general elections.
All right.
Because now they get that provision.
Okay.
So if the opposition not been good standing, a tripartite committee, it does not set time for can overturn election. Then set time for me to look at the systems and processes of this where they use for conducting elections, so that let them identify the challenges. Let us prepare ourselves for the 2028 election, so that whatever anomalies may happen during this time, it not going to happen for 2028, but not for conduct elections.
All right. Thank you very much. With that, so they can watch. Let's just watch quickly one of the big men in the military. We've been talking about this mission. Let's watch this quick. We'll come back. Or get small time, they'll try for rapid. Let's watch this quick. One of the big men in the military been say something about that. Stay tuned.
Noble citizens of Sierra Leone, the general public. Sorry. Say, at any time from now, ECOWAS mission in Sierra Leone then would deploy a stabilization force in the country. But let's look at why this the deployment. You know, in December, 4th December 2023, the authorities of heads of states of ECOWAS, they meet in Abuja, and they meet for discuss the security situation that is West African sub-region. Because in some countries, we get demonstrations, we're violent. In some countries, we get coup d'etats. In some countries, we get attempted coups, you know, state subversion. All in here they happen, you know. So the key things they wait and discuss, therefore do with the prevailing terrorism within the West African sub-region. They also look at then coup d'etats there where they happen, then violent demonstrations where they happen. You know, all that things there, then threat there, that's great threat, to get the potential for undermine peace and stability in the region. So particularly Sierra Leone, they look at them, say, because ECOWAS, the international community, don't invest so much in the country, Sierra Leone, in terms of peace, stability, and security. So they're not going to see a relapse of conflict into Sierra Leone. So in that perspective, then we decide, say, we go deploy a sizable force, we for come support the security forces based on all the things. As I will talk to you, we're not able to get the specifics, but once we get the total strength, the number where they come, my brother will come back here and inform the people for me to know. So when they decide, then they send an assessment mission will come in February here this year. And when they come on the 24th February, they will assess, say maybe they will get possible deployment, and then do successfully return and report back. But don't forget, all this they do them because they want for strengthen democracy. They want also for improved the political stability and also enhance national development, you know, for peace, security of the state. So the mission, I'm sure it will get a mutual benefit to not only the security sector, but also to the people of Sierra Leone. We know they're at war at the moment, but we get pointers we will relapse into conflict. And we get lessons learned. And strengthen the state security forces. For me, it really brings peace, stability. Now the states, there is needness. You don't say, okay, Lord, deploy that sizable force. Yes, in some missions, ECOWAS for the past, then go wait where people that don't fight, conflict don't do. And that thing they're too late. This is not preventive diplomacy they do. And then if you get the ability and capability for prevent conflict or may not happen, you get for one. Like wait till they can do so. So if then people there come, they know they will support, because no matter how police them boku, soldier them boku na the country, we're not going to police all the country. We're not going to peace soldier all at the borders, all sides of the country. It's not possible. So if you now get people in for car assist you, they say the more the merrier. And if I say yes, we say gaps in there, we get people in back where they able to support at least peace and stability in that country. Soldiers, when a certain person, they become very oppressive. Then people are willing to go. Now we job they can say. Now a joint planning, we sit down, we get joint training, joint exercise, you know, we get joint briefings. You understand? Then good day, because already they don't do the survey as to who side. They go deploy and they go there. So now we can there, then go there as a separate body in terms of security. You know, security is a collective responsibility. Security, not a one-man business, not all-man business. So then people can come, for can support, for can assist the state security.
All right, welcome back. And I'll be one big man at the military been talk about the deployment of ECOWAS people and maybe why didn't they come. But again, quickly, in just 1 minute, Mr. Gbani, you said something where my mind being clicked away. A lot of people, they talk about the coming of then troops here. They can be asked Mr. Will, if we don't believe we're going to secure the people, I mean, what don't they hear about maybe politics entering into the security sector? What do you think about that? In 1 minute, then we'll try for right.
Yeah, well, politics don't interfere. They enter into all sectors of society.
All right.
And the most generous I will think say will be more of a threat. Now way it go filtrate into the security sector.
All right.
That will be more dangerous for the society.
What do you think about even recently the Bar Association all answered and say politics connect because talk to Nigeria?
That's the whole thing. Before even them go, before that election, where they follow the trend, I tell some of the colleagues, I say, this whole bar association issue don't become SLPP versus APC, APC versus SLPP.
Okay.
And that's a trend. And that trend they will go. And that trend they would think, say, if that mission carrier, it they help for make sure, say, with security sector, they understand the dynamics, they know, say, there has nothing to do with, let the politicians do about their own business.
All right.
We'll not go about their own business.
Okay. Well, like how Mr. Gbani said, the politicians do their own stuff, but it seems as if, now, I want to talk quickly about, maybe in 5 minutes, the good and bad of the social media. We don't say connected to so many things. First time, social media not being now quick and, but we'll just watch quickly within the Nigerian president say about social media, then we'll come back. Stay tuned.
I don't read social media anymore. They abuse the hell out of me. If I read it, I get high blood pressure. I get angry. I don't read it. So, if I want to hear anything, my children or any of my workers will tell me, this one say this one. If I'm tired, I say, please. Forget it.
All right, that the president of Nigeria, Tinubu, tell you about the effects of social media. You know, they listen, you know, they watch, and in Leone, I mean, concept, we don't see rumors about demonstration come next month, and social media in Leone, context like how Mr. Gbani say, some man are like organizing for it, again, 2 phone, again, data, busy. They share things that we good sometimes. One of the problems I can go to people on social media, you can see accidents happen, then they show where the person, they die, the blood, and I mean, it seems as if there's no control on social media, cyberspace and whatever. Wouldn't it take off awareness on the use of social media and what they hear about demonstrations, and we don't see through social media, don't creates a lot of problems. Feds, killings don't come on, and the rest. Wouldn't it take on that about on awareness and perspective?
Ordinarily, social media is a blessing. Now, a channel we don't bring revolution onto the communications landscape.
Depends how people use them.
Depending on how people use them.
Yeah.
And sadly, in we own context, it don't become more of a curse than a blessing.
Okay.
Because we get a number of Sierra Leoneans, whether they're in country or abroad, who don't devote their effort for misuse social media. And when we talk about misuse, in a way you generate wrong content, mal-content, put on there and share them.
All right.
Or use for the receiver now your Android phone for sharing without verifying. We get laws that we speak against that kind of thing and they.
All right.
But it will seem like the people the way they do so, then they take advantage of them being away from the country and thinking, say, because me I sit down in the Netherlands or I sit down in America or England, therefore I feel free, I get freedom for do anything I want to do, even if it means it's alone to go into war. Waiting we want to draw the public's attention to, especially for the courts how they make the rounds currently for demonstrations on June 19 at the end of the tripartite mandate.
Yeah.
Now for tell them say the same kind calls here. Let me make the rounds in the periods leading to August 8, 9, and 10.
All right.
We all don't see, we see the repercussion.
You're right.
Several other things. And for also reminding that the same set of people, mostly Sierra Leoneans where they are abroad, where they tell them, say, on XYZ dates, una let we go do this. But for job people in memory back, say, in all of them telling when they talk, say, una let we go do this, even by the plural phrase. We. It means a user for the day. But now, any of the events in another day.
Okay.
And so I'm thinking the way even things can go bad, much more than they nobody expect them. And they come and say, me, I not been saying you only go do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Where they go to incarcerate people and that kind of thing. I've been talking about Jesus say, every man responsible for the outcome of your natural actions. And you get to take responsibility for their actions and the reason for our existence as a sector and for provide safety and security for all Sierra Leoneans. It will be we shying away from responsibilities. If we allow somebody for come, usurp that space and cause insecurity.
All right.
I mean, no demonstration, no day we could be peaceful if you begin out with blocking roads, setting fires on tires, preventing people to go for work, or even you don't preface them with very serious invectives, whether they're motherly invectives, attack personalities, or you don't send threats and fear on against members of the public. The one that will not go one for joining you. We don't see all of this one. And for also draw the public attention that most often than not, in fact, that's not the case. Then people, the way they give the impression, say they care about you. The reality that they actually care about themselves to you. Because they want to use you being a victim for score some points, for making them become victorious. So I'm thinking we all don't see that at the end of the event, either August 10 or any other time, where people lost their lives sadly, whether police officers, military officers, or even civilians. People they take their pictures and they then go abroad and go for me. Let somebody tell me today if any of them money they need they raise abroad on account of the dead body of them people and they would be parabolic if they reach to their families. The reality that they not go to nobody. So we pay and same. You get a responsibility. Talk to you Pekin. That salon country get law. If you have to do things, follow the law. Not allow let somebody can force you to do things that you're not supposed to do. The law not go allow you for let you succeed in doing so.
All right, quickly before I come to Mr. Gbani and wrap up, Mr. Will, we don't suicide when the government, we don't say Interpol, the other people who don't cause problem, don't say how them bring them. Why not bring other people where they use the social media for disturb the peace of this country?
Brother Base, very fine observation. But we face the reality in the sense that the laws in a salon not be the same with the laws in some other parts of the world. So I'm thinking what you consider for be an offense in your country, they be considered the same. And so I'm thinking also the other person get for really understand your narrative for let it go into action. We don't put all of them mechanisms in place for inform we counterparts them about them kind of thing them. If na countries them who sign extradition treaty with, it can be a little easy. I mean, within the West African sub-region, people will be attentive for doing that kind of thing and they want for use safe havens and neighboring countries, will bring them back and face justice. But in other countries, especially in Europe or the Americas, one way it can be a little challenging. But it can be slow, it can be painful, but impossible. I want to cite an example. One West African nation day, I don't want to mention the name, where we get similar kinds of situation. Where the citizens sit down in England, they sit down in other parts of the world, then they send back inciting messages. And then messages actually lead into the destruction of lives and properties. Then go use all of them patients and it takes some time. Some of them and they either then try their other country, they in incarceration, or they actually fly and come to that country and face the justice. So I should say they want the way they do so whether Sierra Leone sit at the comfort zone of their country and think say then they do so and go free, then they make a mistake. Because
quickly, Mr. Gbani, social media, you don't suicide African populous nation president talk about, they even listen or watch stuff. So when I take away in context, creates a lot of problems. Don't say it on social media and say next month, then get demonstration. You take us in society.
The social media really is a very good platform for offline, communication or protest or whatever. Where if I don't we use them, it's not bad for make you send information out to people. They request say, let us go out there and demonstrate. Send her out and give justification, not out of political intent. You did do what you refer to as public interest issues. If we say now you send information now because of the economic situation, it affects all man. We all can come out peacefully and go. But we know they go say, go out there for demonstrate. This man, Mr. Will, now bad man. In fact, don't do so thing. He don't want to save this. No, go attack him. Now go out there. Not to the essence of using social media. This essence of using social media now for inform, communicate, and make sure say people that immediately get information as it happen, real time information. But now what should they send? We're not the same positive information. Now more of negatives. And I think at times, Naime always talk say, when you tell the dog, you also tell the bone. If you say dog no eat that bone, you go for almost many the bone say not make it so much. What you say we go make the dog in must go leak for go take up. And so why would the social media is very good? We don't really misuse and abuse that inside Sierra Leone. And I think it's not good at all. But would that cause that whole issue? Between me and you, naturally, the ordinary layman, he did not village enough. Who said he doing business?
All right.
But what you don't make, we don't so misuse and abuse social media.
Okay.
Now because politics don't go into we, so they use it down for satisfy the political big guns and put yourself at the arm's way.
And sometimes it's social media, you know, they see face out of not just maybe the post and
yeah, that's the post.
You know?
And boy, for our WhatsApp say, where she say in our group. So man, the way she said, as they can, just like I, where you take for 4 o'clock.
Quick.
As you put it, don't go down.
Yeah.
So you make it so fair, now so they forward.
All right. Thank you very much, fam. We'll listen to your program, The Hot Seat. My name is Jalo, Suli DJ, Mr. Will right here from ONS. Also get Mr. Gbani from the Civil Society Side, Human Rights Defenders. With that, we'll go watch the last and final video now, then we'll get a take of Mr. Will and Mr. Gbani. No watch us in the presidency recently where they make rounds on social media.
And they congratulate you now all paramount chiefs them elect. We are going to rest assured say we under my leadership are going to support you now all. So today we recognize you now, but now for make you know say this what they do, now they can become a very important people them now the community and now for make sure say when our communities there, especially the chiefs on them go before. We always say one development, but I want to assure you say no development not they take place, the peace not there. So we, the paramount chief then, for make sure say we get peace and then we get peaceful chiefdoms, the whole country the cool, and we be able to embark on development. So I want for beg we all for make we live in peace. Any side we say it, I like you not get nothing for it. If you get peace, it better pass everything. When I know it's happened November 26, where we get people that way come say then they can't pull we who's our team up now we not elect we now they go they come different way. This time I come with the ballot also. I just do serve till the time done. They are common here. When anybody say come with bullets, we go meet bullets. And this now opportunity also for Mecca speak directly to the whole nation. We don't do election and no election not there until 2028. The one day where they call big man there, where they call themselves political big guns there, where they mix up this country for say another election day, and June they will come out, we serve they ready because not one man get this country. One group of people not going to decide say that they cause confusion and make we life miserable. 2012 they say I lost election. I say okay. When I been vexed, I say man when I take it easy, you know so. Now they no one beer, they not able they. Sokia not able to fit them. We sabi Sokia also. And a ballot we can with. Anybody come with bullets, we they send you back with bullets. Now it makes some man way come, they not leave for tell the story. Because they don't commit enough, they don't go. Instead of them sit down, they come back.
All right, that's it. I think now we'll go end Mr. Gbani from the Civil Society and Human Rights Person. Most people go look this video and call them bullet for bullet. What now you take? Can you also mention about the demonstration on social media say next month?
The statement of the president, it gets a positive and a negative side.
Okay.
The positive side, at least where it talks a better way. I like you know it 90 days, but once you did with the peace,
okay,
it's fine for you. You will able to live together. That is a statesmanship position. You see, the office of the president, not like the office of a political party. Now, two different rules in that one day.
All right.
So what the political party they do as an institution is different from what they do as a statesman,
all right,
in the office of the president, the first gentleman of the state.
Okay.
So the issue of you come with bullets, you go with bullets. I think that may be misleading statement. I don't know what I think. I don't think it's a part of the president in established speech.
Okay.
I think he just use that one day now for address the nation.
But sometimes
in terms of what
it's not policy.
Yeah, yes, but you know the utterances of the president. When president don't make mistake by statement, nobody knows the correct.
So you think it's a mistake?
Yes, not a mistake.
Okay.
Really,
or maybe once if people encounter trouble, they'll get.
You know, as a president, they talk say we talk at the fountain of honor.
Okay.
You always see the premise. Your words, now the rule of law,
correct,
justice and accountability.
Yeah.
We don't have bullet for bullet in the rule of law.
Is this an eye for an eye?
We not even get it in the rule of law because the laws of what get. They not tell you say, "Well, I thief you, you can't thief me." Wait, what if you can go to police, then get a jail sentence, then get a time where they go serve?
Yeah.
Why go to that man, then can go to court, then I get time where they go serve? So they make it very clear that we under the ambit of the rule of law.
All right.
So I think that be the statement and the way the president for don't use.
Okay.
Say, when they come, for can cause mayhem, for can cause havoc, the law will take in course.
Right.
I think that should have been a very precise
so you think
statement.
it's a mistake
but
or
that
it
really misleading.
All right, okay. Mr. ONS, the president also mentioned about the demonstration, say, where is the people that will come, and if they come, bullet for bullet. What do you take about
Well, generally, we don't commit ourselves for give the public the correct information so that they're not going to be misguided in terms of the actions we need to take.
Okay.
For states, say, as a sector, we still remain fully in charge, and that will therefore continue to obey the situation.
All right.
And we continue to pledge with commitment to the people of Sierra Leone. We give a responsibility for serve them, for provide the enabling environment so people can go about their normal business.
Okay.
And for talk to with brothers and sisters with the overseas, we just generate mal content and send them back home.
All right.
For say they do a disservice onto the people and we then call the young people them.
Okay.
They do a disservice onto the country and then
right.
they refrain from doing so. And for also use this opportunity for tell plenty thank to the other one them where they send positive information about Sierra Leone.
All right.
Because don't forget say not to everybody within the diaspora they do them kind of or even they accept them kind of behavior with them company and they do. For say them, they not only for stop at talking or sending good information about Sierra Leone, but they don't also reach out one-on-one and tell them the implications of them thing they day into.
Okay.
As a sector, we remain committed. We get the capacity, we get the willingness, we leadership. They don't show nowadays times without numbers. For say yes, we can get to challenges. But what is important now, our ability for resolve those challenges and using peaceful means are very much important.
Okay, as a security person, bullet for bullet, and mention the next month's demonstration of people in the city and go on social media. Is it that if people mistake, then bullets will come out?
So, Brother Base, I want for appeal that I not comment on the president's statement because let it be the business of civil society or other people who they analyze the president.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing is that if it happened, law assumes say the 19th, people then come out in numbers or whatsoever. Then we see triggered happy security personnel then shoot and kill.
Yeah.
It don't already suggest to the president say don't give directives for that purpose. So that make the statement as say it really misleading. And even if law assumes them come back, then the people then become riotous. It will also constrain the security sector for making them do something because already it don't alter that statement. So you see, that makes some of those statements they're not fine for put because even if it happened, you don't give it that, but this thing happened the opposite way. Yes, and then man not able to control, they're not able to use any maximum force. Then you go out of hands.
Okay.
Then you don't create, you don't constrain you.
That's good. I'm afraid time not on the side. We'll say plenty to Mr. Will from ONS for taking time and I appreciate that calling today. A response from yesterday also. Mr. Barney, also from the civil society inside calling services. Sometimes we know the plan them programs are meaning it could be spontaneous or we can maybe know that and you don't bring the topic for us or maybe set the stage for us. So that's it. Pick some sense out of the nonsense. It's a hot seat. So to meet again, be a good citizen, avoid trouble, take your time with the things that we post out because if you self-posting way bad, the cyber law go hold you for say bamba not be no. Then you always say, ignorance of the law, no excuse. So, till then, we'll tell plenty to all the people that we help for bringing this program together, and to the executive producer, Ambassador Anthony Navo Jr., Mina Mama Gels, to the DJ Base, Conscious Time Awareness Age. God bless you. Thank you very much. You get a repeat on Saturday. Have a good time. Bye-bye.